Welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of the Bestiary, where you'll learn everything you need to know about the creatures of fantasy. For this episode, we'll be uncovering information about the mighty Ettin, a massive two-headed humanoid who live in the most remote areas of the world. These behemoths live in high hills, mountains, or underground in the worlds they inhabit. As you may imagine, the Ettin's standout feature is its two heads, which usually sport boar-like tusks. Each head controls a different side of its body, the left head the left side, and the right head the right side. These are to be feared by anyone who travels to remote areas of the world. Ettins are savage nocturnal hunters. Its two heads bless the Ettin with unrivaled powers of vision and perception. Ettin usually stand around 13 feet tall and weigh in around 5,000 pounds. They also live around the same age as humans. The origins of the Ettin date back to Norse mythology, and they have the same name given to some of the Jotun, also better known as frost giants. Frost giants live in one of the 9 realms of Norse cosmos after being banished from Asgard. These stories aren't important to the multi-headed ones of fiction today. The origins of that Ettin date back to the fairy tale The Red Ettin. In this fairy tale, the Ettin was a 3-headed creature who kidnapped the princess, and anyone who came to rescue her had to answer his riddles or be turned to stone by a magic wand. Now, spoilers for this 1889 fairy tale, the Ettin is ultimately killed by a young man who comes to free his 2 brothers who were turned to stone. Ettins are usually solitary creatures, but they do often live with bears, who act as companions and guards for their homes. Ettins have also been known to live alongside orcs and goblins or other Ettin if they believe they could serve some use to them. Ettins will often hoard a small collection of treasures to barter with other races. Ettins have no language of their own but speak a combination of orcish, goblin, and giant. When mating, Ettins come together for a short period of time before going their separate ways again. A newborn Ettin usually lives with its mother for 10 months to a year before it goes to live by itself. Some other interesting things about the Ettin. Though Ettins have no official language, their heads never have trouble talking to each other. They can spend hours talking to each other and arguing, but will always come together to deal with a threat. If an Ettin's most notable feature is its head, then the second has to be its smell. For whatever reason, Ettins never bathe if they can help it. They are always covered in dirt and are forced to stalk bright upwind so their smell does not give them away. Ettins are very powerful due to their size, and even though they're not the most intellectual, they are almost impossible to surprise because of their 2 heads. Before a battle starts, Ettin always prefer to ambush their target, but once a battle starts, they fight relentlessly until all foes are slayed. They usually prefer to wield a weapon in each hand, either a flail, javelin, or a large blunt object. Though if an Ettin finds itself in a bind, it will resort to throwing anything it can find. And finally, because of its 2 heads, Ettins have a natural resistance to mind control effects, and they will not work unless both heads are possessed. Well, my friend, that's everything you should know about the Ettin. Be sure to return to me should you seek any new information about another beast. And until then, adventurer, safe travels.